In today's video, we are going to see what are some steps which you can follow to reach 2000 from 2000 to 2300. So if you're rating with 202100, this video is going to be useful for you. And I have noted few points which will really help you to work on chess. So let's start by one. The first one, I noticed that there are two type of people. First one is players who are studying chess. The second one is players who are not studying chess. Yeah. So players who are not studying chess are most likely adult improvers, and those who are young players who get a lot of time. Yeah. So they can put a lot of time on chess practice. So yeah, first of all, let's talk about players who aren't studying chess. Now, uh, for them, it's easy basically because you just need to be more consistent and the results will come. Uh, Something I'm trying to do, like I'm not very consistent in chess, but what you can do is you can obviously start working on middle game, start working on end game. Uh, Once you reach 2000, you must really focus on opening and end game, middle game, but your opening focus should be like 25-30% maybe, and end game focus should be around 30% and middle game is 50%. That's what I believe. That's good. So in middle game, I think the long calculation is most important thing which you can do. So for example, when you are going to play a 90 minutes game, uh, there will be a lot of movements where you are going to think for 8 minutes, 10 minutes, and that will be game changer moment for you and your opponent, right? Because we are not talking about rapid and blitz games. So yeah, long calculation is one thing which you really should focus on, and then another is decision making. And in end games, you must know how to play practical endgame position. So in end game, what you can do is whatever your openings you are playing, just try to find out some positions, some end games which are arriving from that opening, particular opening. And yeah, I'm pretty sure you can do it from by filtering Mega database, or you can just refer some book or some course to get those positions, or you can work with friends or coach, and then you can start playing those position or start analyzing that particular pawn structure. So there is a very good book called uh, there is a very good book. I think Chess Imbalances is second part and the first part is, okay, I will put it in my description. So I just forgot the name, but it's by Mauricio Florio Rios author. So he's a grandmaster and it's a very good book. So that's about endgame. And yeah, and opening selection is very important, but I still feel like you can reach 22, 2300 without without doing lot of opening work. What you have to do is just really understand what plans you want to make out of opening, which position you have to get. So, for example, if you are going to play, like if you are playing Snackdoor efficiency, and if you don't like or if you hate to play these variations or the kind of 16 which you are getting out of Snackdoor, uh, position, then definitely you should change. You should try new openings. Unless you find a good opening. So, for example, if you are playing Karokan and if results are coming good, then definitely you should not change the opening. Just stick to the same approach, and you are you are good to go. If you are getting bored by playing one opening, then there is no need to change any opening. Just you know, just uh, just keep playing that opening. Maybe try to find some new variation or new ideas, and that works. And yeah, middle game, I think long calculation and decision making, those will change a lot of things. This is about players who are not studying chess and they can just start studying chess from next day. One thing I suggest to all the rating range, like from 1400 to 2200, right? If you are not studying chess daily, then just try to be consistency at start. So just start with a minimum time. Just keep some time in my mind. Okay, I will do 30 minutes of chess practice per day. And if you don't do 30 minutes of practice, then I mean, it should not happen basically. That's a minimum time you want to give to a chess, to study chess. And at start, do whatever you like. If you like to play bullet chess, then just play bullet for 2 hours, whatever time you have. If you like to play blitz, play blitz. If you like to solve calculation, then solve calculation. Don't try to understand the weaknesses and strength at start, but within 1 or 2 weeks, you have to do all the proper work to reach your goal. Then people who are studying chess. Now there are a lot of people, including everyone. Yeah, so maybe even me. So I'm stuck at the same rating. So uh, people who are studying chess, they are playing good tournaments. They have all the resources. Maybe they have coach, but still the things are not working properly for them. Now what to do? So I feel like there are three main things which you can change. The first one is changing approach. So basically, uh, you know, we are very once we become adult influence or adult whatever, our approach becomes very rigid. We don't want to change something, a few things, and that's backlashes most of the adult influence. Uh, And even kids say sometimes, player is like, okay, I'm playing Karofan and I don't want to change those things, even the results are not getting good or something. Or if they are playing aggressive, they will not learn to play position. If their endgame is weak, they will not think their endgame is weak. They will just keep doing the middle game or opening or anything, but they will like anything but endgame, something like that. So you have to first change your approach to 180 degrees. Like if you are negative about change, just be positive. If you are extremely super overconfident or something, just be confident. Try to be confident, but not overconfident. So something like that. If you are playing Karokan, then start playing Kings in there. Not the right example. If you are playing Karokan, start the Nashgar. If you are playing Slav, then start playing Kings in there. Something like that, yeah. So that's the one thing. Then second is changing openings. It's like part of changing approach. Basically, as I said, if you are playing aggressive opening, just start playing some concrete openings or equal openings, central openings, whatever which is suitable for you. But you need to do a drastic change to get result or not to get a result. Maximum what will happen is you will lose maybe 30 to 50 points. But what I noticed is once you are at certain rating for 1 year or so, I don't think your rating will change even if you start playing some random lines because you are not going to change your entire report. What you will start is maybe you will find a new line against one DQS. Uh, all other lines are same, right? Maybe you will start playing against one E4, start changing your report out against one E4, but all the other lines and the lines you are playing from white side will be the same. So it's actually result in not change that much. But slowly you will realize that what exactly is going wrong. If you are not going into endgame deliberately, start going into endgame. If you are, if you are exchanging pieces or going into endgame and that comforts you, but your rating is not changing or you are not getting good results, then maybe start playing some very complex solutions. Start keeping queens, start attacking this, start playing attacking this. Of course, you have to learn those skills, and that's what you have to think about while at home. Right? And then changing playing style. So basically, the third point is also the same. You have to change your playing style very drastically, as I said about anything and middle play. Yeah, these are the things. Also, I feel like once you reach 2000, 2100, maybe 2100, 200, if you think up too much about rating, then most likely you will never improve because it's super difficult. It took around 3, 4 years for me just to complete 6 years for me just to complete my IM title. And last 2, 3 years was like when I will become IM, when I will cross 2400, and I never I never managed to complete it. So at one point, I was like, okay, I will become I am at one point, maybe 2 years, 3 years, 7 years, 10 years, or even if not, then FM title is still not bad, right? And then suddenly I got good result. Uh, yeah, that's the point. So don't think much about rating while doing all this works. It's like uh, improving your overall strength is necessary. Sometimes you will realize that everything is going well. Then I don't. everything is going well. You are getting good games, good, not result, but good games, good positions, but somehow you are not able to convert. Then definitely that's the problem with your mindset, not with success. So you have to work on mindset. I'm not a psychologist, so not the right person to give some advice regarding psychology. But anyway, then there is next thing, tournament selection. Uh, this is this is theory derived by me and my friend at 50 Moody agency each rating range. So tournament selection is one of the important tasks to reach or to gain this 300-point rating. If you are watching from India, then definitely getting tournament is one of the difficult tasks. That's why most of go to Europe to play good tournaments. But if you are watching from US or Europe, then I think it's already you know which tournament to select and most of you can play in your city and you get very good about tournaments. Right? So just try to play above tournaments, just try to get paired against 21, 22, 2300, whatever you want to be for maybe 2400. To reach 2300, you need to beat 2300. Yeah? Not like too many games, but maybe at least 10, 15 games so that you will reach 2300, 10 cases 22 and 2100. That's first point. And this 50 game rule, what this says is it's little different. So let's say your rating is 2050 and you want to reach 2100. Then obviously you need to play 50 games against 2300 and then you can start expecting you will get good result. Once you play 50 games against 2300 during tournament, it's not like you pay to someone and then he will come to your house and you play 50 games and then you build the strength. That will, I mean, that will not happen because tournament environment is completely different than our home environment or academy environment, whatever. We are very serious while playing tournament, very professional. So just try to play 50 game with certain rating range, whatever you want to become. And it's not easy, right? So if you are 2050, you're not going to get paired against 2300. Maybe in a tournament you will play two games or three games. With that logic, you need to play 25, 30 tournaments just to play against top players. So the more chances you will give to yourself, I mean, it's like chances and luck in chess. So the more luck will come towards you, or you will get more good result. So yeah, tournament selection is matters the most. Try playing good tournaments. Try playing a tournament where you will get paired against lot of higher rated players. Even if you lose, it's fine. If you win, it's good. So yeah, but you need to play against those rating range. If your goal is 2200, you need to play against 2200. And it's not like if you are watching and you're rating 1600, you should not go and play against 2200. So don't do such mistakes. Your goal should be like to gain 150 200 points first. So by any chance, if you're rating 1500, just play against 18 1900 first. Then become 18 1900 and then go to the next rating range. Same goes with me. Yeah? Like I'm not getting enough chances to play against 25, 50, 2500 players. But if I play against maybe 50, 60 games against 2500, maybe there is high chance that I will reach to that rating if I do good amount of stuff for it and play the games. Then the next thing is decision making, which is very important and this will matter most to reach to FM level. You can reach 2200 level by just doing calculation and lot of puzzles. And I'm talking about like strong 2300, not like you just reach and then you drop back. You can do this. So yeah, decision making is one of the most important skills which you must have. And you can refer Gelfand's book. There are four series. Dynamic decision making, judgment, decision making, I think tactical one, and maybe some minor features and something, but at least try to do that dynamic and solutional decision making. Those are difficult ones, but just read that. You'll understand how to think. Then there is a book by Michael Adams where uh, you know, he took 35 positions and then he analyzed that position. Then some GM analyzed that position, 2300 analyzed. 2,600, they both let's analyze the same question and they wrote all their thoughts. So we'll realize how 1,600 thinks, how 2,000 thinks, how 23, 25, 27 thinks. That's a very good book. I'm not able to recall the name, but on the front page there is his photo of Michael Adam. So yeah, I will add it to the description. Then strong calculation, of course, you need a very strong calculation. Perfect your chess book helps you a lot. It's more like decision making plus calculation. So it will help. Agard's book, Agard's attack and defense and Agard's calculation is super helpful. If your rating is 21, 2200 and want to become Ryan. Uh, yeah, so obviously there are a ton of materials, but okay, regarding material, just try to keep one or two, good resources and just do those. So already you have to do openings, uh, end games, and then for middle game, just keep one, two, three books, and that's all. Also keep your reporter, mini or time as possible. You can explore new lines and play for the game, but your core reporter should not be like too too much depth. If your this video is especially for those with goal is to improve slowly but steadily, not like if you are very young, 10-year-old, and your goal is to become GM, then that's a completely different strategy because you have a lot of time. But this is more like you are 18-year-old, 15-year-old, or 25-year-old, 30-year-old, and your goal is to become 22, 2300. Then there is consistency in practice. As I said, just keep a minimum number of hours with you can assign for your check practice and just do that. Don't do less than the number and try to slowly increase that by 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Maybe you can do it as daily or weekly, depends on your job or depends on your family job. Anything. And the last point is not losing motivation. This is quite easy to do because I know like what happens is, uh, you know, many people just start thinking like, okay, now I'm taking fifth seriously, and then they start uh, doing fifth practice. Then they book some flight tickets or they just schedule some 2, 3 tournaments, and they will not get visited. And that's quite obvious because once you change too much, once you do change in yourself, it's very hard to get certain results because you expect result, and once your expectations becomes high, you will never get certain things. So something like that. It's not philosopher, but what I think. But yeah, so just keep highly motivated for 1 year, 1.5 year. It's like a long term goal. I think that's the best thing because there are like many things in world which changes. Sometimes you can't play tournament due to some situations. Uh, Sometimes you're not able to travel due to your college exams or maybe job or anything. You do not get holidays at planned. So whatever can happen. So just keep motivated. If you are let's say 2020, it's not like your goal should be to reach FM within 6 or 8 months. Just keep doing this practice and keep playing more and more games. I hope this video helped. This was like very unintentional life. I just I added few points and I decided to just make a video. And it lasted for 18 minutes. If you like this video, then just like like the video, comment if you have any questions. Yeah, and see you in the next video.